Hi YouTubers, it's Jeannie VSG, and this is my 1 week post-op video. Been waiting for this for a long time. It's really nice not to be pre-op anymore, I must say. And I have never, ever given anybody my stats. I was like waiting. So, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 5th, 2005 in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Jesus Martin Lopez. He's phenomenal. I love him. He has a Facebook page. You can see my picture with him. We did a selfie. My high weight was 339.6. My starting weight was 321.5. And my current weight today is 315.5. For a loss of 6 pounds since surgery and 24.1 overall, I think. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with everything. Everything is just great, fantastic. Okay, so a couple things I want to talk about. One, I've managed to stop taking painkillers, which they seem to want me to stop taking painkillers sooner than I wanted to. So 6 days, 7, 8. I think I'm 8 days post-op. So last night I only took an Advil, and that's fine. I kind of miss my Toradol, or in Spanish it was Ketorolaco. Lovely stuff. But, your liver doesn't love it. So I stopped taking it. I can now feel my incisions, whereas before they were completely invisible to me. And I can kind of feel my sleeve maybe. Not pain, but not completely invisible. And I can't bend over very well. Lots of squats. Bending over hurts. I forgot and bent over to put on my sock this morning. Much cursing and swearing and rubbing of tummy. I had, I don't think it's a complication, just an event perhaps, when they were doing my surgery. 2 things. One, my liver was normal size. And I didn't need a liver retractor, so I have 1 less incision, which is just fantastic. I'm so excited. Second thing is I did have an abdominal bleed, so not a dangerous level, but something they had to deal with and stop. And I have a tremendous amount of ugly bruising, like sunset bruising from purple to yellow and every shade in between in like a ripple, because it's not a bruise as much as it's, an internal bleed that, whatever. Anyway, it's ugly. Such is life. It's not painful. And Dr. Lopez is phenomenal, and I was a lucky girl. He handled it well. I did find I was more tired than my surgery buddy who went down with me. He went to San Diego for a day trip where they had to take a taxi to the border and walk across and then go shopping in the outlet malls all day. I was not doing any of that. I was walking the halls of the hotel and having 4-hour naps. But that's okay. I'm happy with my recovery. So all went well. Yay. Go Jeannie. Couple of things I've learned. 1, I don't like broth, but you have to drink. Now, I didn't know that initially. I thought there's 4 or 5 calories in a cup of broth. I'm just going to drink Crystal Light or Powerade drops, like Mio or whatever. So I was just drinking that, thinking as long as I have enough fluids, it's fine. But on the flight home, I was sitting beside a nurse, and she had VSG 2 years ago, and she actually worked for a company that I chose not to go through called Weight Loss Forever. I think their home office is at Saskatoon, and it's wlf.medical.ca or .com is their website. They're great. But they're a bit more expensive. And you get a lot more service, but they're more expensive. And I chose not to go with them. So she was like, glad to see you on the plane. Did you get some broth in the airport before you got on? I'm like, no, I don't like the broth. She's like, don't you? Well, you need the broth. You need the broth because you need the sodium. there isn't enough salt in your Crystal Light, whatever the heck you think you're taking. So she found me some broth on the plane because I don't know. Anyway, so drink the broth, whether you like it or not, because you need sodium. It's not about the calories, it's about that. So there you go, a little bit of info I didn't know. Something else I did is I upgraded my seat on the way home to first class because I'm a sucky baby. And when I flew down, I was sandwiched between two lovely gay men and their special needs dog. So they had this dog that needed some sort of priority seating, so they were moved up in the plane because a good friend of mine works for the airline. So I was in the fourth row, which is normally reserved for airline standbys, other staff, and occasionally it's like the spot where you can get moved to if you have a problem. So this special needs dog that couldn't be in row 18 was completely unacceptable sat with me. So as long as the armrest is up and I've got a seatbelt extender and I keep my one arm facing the other party kind of pulled across me, we all kind of fit, but I was not going to sit like that for the way home. So I upgraded. And if you upgrade, you can like put the tray table down in front of you and use it. You've got tons of room for your legs. The seats are completely, you fit in there, no problem. You don't need to share your space. It was great. So, and it cost me, I think it was $97 American to upgrade. And then my bags were checked for free. And they give you a bunch of food and drinks for free, which I put all in my carry-on and gave to my children. I got off the plane. They were like, "What? A ham sandwich?" So, it's very exciting to eat airplane food if you're 11. So that was a good choice for me. I recommend it if you can afford it. Do I have anything else? I don't know. I'm doing good. Lots of people were worried about me. That made me feel loved. Broth. It was also a little bit of a nuisance because I had so many texts and so many people that wanted to love on me, and I just wanted more 4-hour naps toward all. But I made sure I replied so they didn't worry about me, but I was not feeling chatty. Not chatty at all. So I think the only other thing I wanted to mention was I have very large breasts. They hang over my incisions. It's very difficult to keep them all clean and dry and lovely. So one of them's a bit not as happy as the others. I don't think it's infected, but it's a little puckered. It's a bit red. It's a bit gross. Whatever. If you've got a heavy chest and you're going to be going for surgery, I don't know. I had some light tank tops, kind of tucked them up under. Just try and get lots of air in there because hot, wet, not, sweaty under your tits, not so good for an incision. So just an FYI, I've managed to avoid an infection, but I thought I would share that. It's kind of obvious, but I didn't think of it. And so I'm looking forward to moving on to full liquids. My post-op diet is clear fluids for 2 weeks, which is broth, water, decaffeinated tea, and a whole bunch of other stuff I'm not interested in. Turns out I hate, with the passion of 1,000 suns, sugar-free Jell-O. It's gross. I hate it. So, none of that for me. I don't mind a sugar-free popsicle, which I thought my world revolved around sugar-free popsicles, but now I share it with my kids, and it's not so lovely. I can have decaffeinated coffee. I was a huge coffee drinker. I probably drink 1/3 of a cup of decaffeinated coffee a day, but I'm still pretty fresh and new. I can't see myself never drinking coffee again, but we'll see. And I think that's it. So happy 1 week post-op to me. I hope all of my sleeve surgery sisters are doing just as well. And I love comments. I love followers. I really love the YouTube weight loss surgery community. And maybe I'll give you a body shot next week. I'm not sure. See how I'm feeling. Bye, guys.